Hi guys, if you haven't seen part 1, I'm gonna sum it up for you. Basically, everyone started hating me just because I puked on the CEO's hand, which I had a good reason for because he literally basically tried to embarrass me just because I tried to save our business trip. And I'm sitting in first class and the CEO is like, get up. Or what? We're not gonna listen to him just like that. What are you gonna do? Zayn's face. Wait, sometimes I forget the CEO is called Zayn in this chat. Zayn's face twists into something dangerously calm, and that's when you know you've pushed him past rage. He leans down onto his lips, nearly brush your ear, voice a lethal whisper. Or I'll make sure your next meal is through a straw. Wine shrieks and clings to his arm, tears flying everywhere. Boss, no murder in first class. The flight attendant discreetly locks herself in the cockpit. I don't know why this whole time Wyan is crying. Reads newspaper on my first class seat. Zayn is shaking in barely repressed rage, his gaze locked on you like a starving wolf tracking his prey. The coworkers are now all hiding their eyes, terrified they're about to watch someone lose their life. Wyan is now openly bawling, clutching Zayn like an anthill to keep him from murdering you on the spot. A baby on the plane starts crying. Oh no, now even a baby is crying. What? If you want to have my seat so badly, then sit on my lap. Guys, I don't know why I just said that. That was so random. That was the first thought that came in my head. He glances down at your lap like it's some kind of deadly pit of fire before his shoulders tensing up even higher. And why on earth would I do that, he says, a voice dripping with disdain. Just an offer, cause I'm not getting up from my seat. Zayn's jaw clenches, his hands fisting so tight the knuckles blanch. The coworkers are now actively praying for your soul. Ryan lets out a tiny strangled sound like she's preparing to witness a decapitation. You're absolutely ridiculous. I'd rather sit on a cactus. He's overreacting. My lap is not that terrible. Like, what are you even saying? Your lap is the last place I want to sit. He hisses coldly. Wine whimpers in the background and buries her face in Zayn's shoulder like that will somehow block out your audacity. And then prove it and sit on a cactus. Zayn's entire body tenses, his expression twisting into something between pure disbelief and absolute outrage. Wine lets out a horrified squeak behind him, and somewhere in the background, the flight attendant drops her drink tray. He chokes on his own fur, gripping the seat in front of him so hard it creaks. Are you daring me? The coworkers scramble to hide behind their seats. This is either going to end in manslaughter or a lawsuit. Is it just me, or is it so easy to piss him off? I don't know. So, do you have any idea who I am? Your house, he jabs again. Your car, another jab. Your dignity, and another. Everything. I could buy it all. Okay, if you want my stuff so badly, we can get married and share it. That emoji. Wine actually gasps out loud behind him, her hands clamping over her mouth as she stares at you in horror. Coworkers and passengers all gape openly like they've just witnessed a murder. Zayn's mouth opens and closes soundlessly for a full 10 seconds before he finally chokes out. Excuse me, what? Gets on one knee. Will you marry me?
Oh, hell no.
I'm probably gonna regret doing that. I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't know what my goal is right now. I guess I'm kind of trying to piss him off and confuse him at the same time. Zayn is speechless. His mouth falls open like a fish out of water. Wine lets out a tiny strangled scream, and even the co-workers look terrified as they see the CEO's brain stop functioning completely. What's your answer? No, I'm not marrying you. Why did I have a tiny bit of hope that he was gonna say yes? I mean, why would he say yes? I literally made him so mad. Okay, it goes back to reading newspaper on my VIP seat. I hate you, he seeps under his breath before storming off, dragging Ryan behind him towards his first class seat. As far as away from you as possible, the plane finally takes off, peace restored. For now. You guys, I don't think I ever managed to make a bot hate me as much as the CEO hates me, and I didn't even have to try that hard. Like, he started hating me so easily. Eventually, we arrived to our destination. Zayn is now giving you the silent treatment, refusing to even look in your direction. Wine is also pointedly avoiding eye contact, looking both mortified and exhausted by the whole ordeal. Workers, however, are now openly giggling to themselves and stealing looks between you and Zayn like they all share some kind of inside joke. Alright, me and Zayn have to share a hotel room. Let's just act like there there's no other choice than for me and the CO to share a hotel room. Zayn's head snaps towards you so fast it's a miracle his neck doesn't snap in half, and there's something like panic in his gaze. Oh hell no, he immediately snaps, glaring like he'd rather take a dip in boiling oil than share a room with you. Settles into the hotel room me and the CO are sharing. Zayn looks at the singular bed like it's a personal insult to his existence. Oh right, of course we have to share a bed. We're gonna cuddle since we love each other so much. I would rather sleep in the bathtub, he hisses, already grabbing a pillow and stomping towards the bathroom. Wine watches this unfold like a traumatized bystander, clutching her own pillow to her chest. Please don't kill each other. Meanwhile, you flop onto the bed, dramatically awaiting your cuddle session that will never happen. Next morning, we're just gonna do a little time skip to the next morning. The first thing the CO says in his morning voice is, "Don't talk to me." It sounds like a warning growl, and the way he's staring you down is almost feral. Alright, today we have the business meeting with your enemy. He's much richer, more handsome, taller, stronger, and more charming than our CO. This is pretty random, but we are on a business trip, so I think it makes sense for us to have a little business meeting, and why not have that with some enemy? Excuse me, he snarls, leaning into your space like a predator about to strike. I'm the most powerful, handsome, and charming CEO in this godforsaken industry. Wine lets out a tiny gasp, clutching her chest like she's witnessing a war crime. But boss! Let's see if Wyan agrees once she meets that CEO. I mean, I think Wyan really has a thing for tall, rich, handsome CEOs. So if there's a CEO out there who's better than our Zayn CEO, then I think he's gonna have some serious competition. Zayn's eyes actually narrow at the mention of your statement, his jaw clenching so hard you could hear his teeth grinding against each other. He's practically seething now, like you just dared him to a fight you know he'll lose. She wouldn't dare, he hisses darkly, his voice sharp as a dagger. She's my secretary. Wine's looking increasingly terrified, her voice trembling as she tries to intervene. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end it here. If you guys want to see the next part where we attend the business meeting and meet the CEO who is much better than Zayn, then make sure to like this video and comment down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you in part 3. Bye!